December 1952 began like many other months in post-war London. The city was rebuilding. People were moving forward, but change was in the air, literally. On December 5th, a cold fog settled over the city. Londoners were used to fog, but this one was different. It was thick, yellow, and smelled of sulphur. The culprit was coal smoke spewed from homes and factories. A high-pressure system settled over the region. This trapped the cold air and smoke close to the ground. The result was a deadly smog that would choke the city and its people for days. The smog was so thick that visibility was reduced to a few feet. People struggled to find their way home, bumping into each other in the murky streets. Cars crawled along, their headlights barely piercing the gloom. Breathing became difficult, especially for the elderly and those with respiratory problems. Hospitals overflowed with patients suffering from bronchitis, pneumonia, and heart failure. The smog was suffocating the city and its people. The air was heavy with soot and grime. It settled on everything, turning clothes and faces black. People coughed and wheezed, their eyes stinging from the acrid air. The city seemed to hold its breath, waiting for the fog to lift. The fog finally lifted on December 9th, but the damage was done. The true extent of the disaster became horrifyingly clear. Thousands had died, many in their sleep, their lungs overwhelmed by the smog. The official death toll was estimated at 4,000, but recent studies suggest it may have been much higher. The smog had a devastating impact on London's health, particularly on the very young and the very old. The Great Smog of 1952 was a wake-up call for London and the world. It highlighted the dangers of air pollution and the urgent need for cleaner air. The event sparked public outrage and demands for action from the government. In the years that followed, the British government introduced a series of measures to combat air pollution. The Clean Air Act of 1956 was a landmark piece of legislation aimed at reducing smoke emissions from homes and factories. The act banned the burning of coal in many urban areas and promoted the use of cleaner fuels like gas and electricity. It also introduced smoke control zones to reduce pollution from industrial sources. The Great Smog of 1952 was a tragedy, but it also served as a catalyst for change. It forced people to confront the deadly consequences of air pollution and paved the way for cleaner, healthier cities.